Zhang Yi and his two companions hauled 3 massive carts brimming with food, meat, and fresh produce back to the cramped residential compound, drawing the eyes and whispered gossip of countless neighbors. The sight of such a horde no longer bothered him. The 2 scheming women who already knew of his shopping had already exposed his activities, and the secrecy he once prized was gone. He reflected that, if survival alone were his aim, he could liquidate everything and erect an impregnable fortress in a deserted zone, but the deeper, darker motive of avenging the neighbors who had torn him apart in his previous life now drove his plans. He resolved to stay within the compound, exacting a crueler revenge on those who had wronged him, provided a security company could construct an indestructible shelter. Otherwise, he would fall back on a remote underground refuge. When the trio entered the building's lobby, an older woman known as Aunt Lin, a resident committee leader with a reputation for greed, approached with her grandson, Xiaowu, eyeing the boxes of fresh beef, lamb, and imported chocolates. She demanded a share, accusing Zhang Yi of selling off warehouse stock, while Fang Yuqing and Lin Caning hurriedly deflected, claiming they were merely returning what Zhang Yi had bought. Aunt Lin's smile turned to fury when Zhang Yi snatched a pricey chocolate box from the boy's grasp and coldly declared it was for his own consumption. The child wailed, "You bad guy, give me back my chocolate, or I'll kill you," and Zhang Yi, voice low and threatening, warned him to be silent, causing the boy to collapse into a trembling sob. Aunt Lin's scolding escalated, accusing him of childishness, but Zhang Yi dismissed her pleas, insisting she purchase what she wanted herself, then gestured for Fang and Lin to depart. After the women left, Zhang Yi ushered the 3 loaded carts into his apartment and, without hesitation, opened the portal to his white space storage, depositing every item inside. He intended to observe whether the alternate dimension would alter the supplies over time. The night grew late, yet he refused to rest. Instead, he retrieved paper and pen, meticulously outlining a month-long preparation schedule. He listed food as the first priority, noting that his warehouse connections could supply everything, but emphasized the need for discreet, staggered collection to avoid detection. He then turned to heating, deciding a simple fireplace and extensive insulation would be essential once the city's power failed, and he sketched plans to reinforce the walls with thick steel plates capable of withstanding explosions. At dawn, after a restless night haunted by nightmares, Zhang Yi made a modest breakfast before reopening the white space portal to inspect his stored goods. To his astonishment, the fresh meat, fruits, and vegetables remained exactly as they had been the day before, showing no signs of spoilage despite the passage of a full night in the real world. He inferred that the dimension either halted or dramatically slowed time, a revelation he welcomed as a means to preserve perishables indefinitely. However, the live fish he had also stored lay dead, lifelike yet devoid of decay, confirming that living organisms could not survive within the white void. This insight reshaped his strategy, confirming that only non-living consumables could be safely stockpiled there. With the preservation mystery partially solved, Zhang Yi continued his notebook, moving on to secondary concerns. He noted that after securing food, he must address heating, planning to install a fireplace and improve insulation to survive the inevitable cold. He then outlined fortification, envisioning a steel-clad fortress capable of withstanding conventional explosions, and considered hiring a reputable security firm in Tianhai City that specialized in constructing such safe houses for the elite. Medicine formed the next line item. He recalled his warehouse ties could procure common remedies, but he would need to leverage hospital contacts for a broader pharmaceutical cache. Finally, he confronted the weapons dilemma, listing readily obtainable tools, machetes, crowbars, axes, crossbows, and air rifles, while acknowledging his desire for a superior American-style Iaedo, a weapon only obtainable on the black market and beyond his immediate reach. Zhang Yi called a hotel manager and demanded the reservation of 500 banquet tables, a request that stunned the staff but promised a payment exceeding 1 million yuan. He promptly transferred a 200,000 yuan deposit, securing the order and forcing the hotel to halt all other takeout service while it prepared the massive feast within a single day. After hanging up, Zhang Yi reflected on the futility of his cash once the supernova apocalypse arrived, yet he recognized the immediate need for liquid funds to acquire supplies, and he resolved to convert his valuable apartment into a source of credit. The 120 square meter unit, situated in Tianhai City's central ring and valued at roughly 5 million yuan, became the basis for a swift mortgage. The bank, satisfied with his complete documentation, granted him a 4 million yuan loan without negotiation, depositing the sum directly into his account. Accounting for the banquet's cost, Zhang Yi calculated a remaining balance of about 5 million yuan, enough for home renovations, medical stockpiles, and weaponry, but he still sensed a shortfall for the scale of his plans. While driving to the bank, Zhang Yi ignored a board message from Fang Yuqing, whose invitation he dismissed as a distraction. After securing the mortgage, a blonde-haired stranger approached him on the roadside, introducing himself as business manager Hu Minghua of Duo Loan Financial Services. Recognizing the man as a loan shark, Zhang Yi feigned desperation, claiming his family business required urgent capital beyond the bank's offer. Hu Minghua produced a sleek business card and escorted Zhang Yi to a discreet office building where the company's burly boss, Chen Xiong, awaited in an expensive Balino suit. The meeting was terse. Zhang Yi requested a 5 million yuan loan, Chen warned of exorbitant interest, and Hu reiterated the urgency, promising rapid repayment once Zhang Yi's operations stabilized. The chapter closed with Zhang Yi agreeing to the terms, his eyes fixed on the high-interest loan that could finally fund the extensive stockpiles and fortifications he envisioned before the looming apocalypse. Zhang Yi entered the dim office of Duo Loan Financial Services with the property certificate he had used for his bank mortgage. Chen Xiong opened with a smug smile, stating a 4% interest rate that would swell a 5 million yuan loan to a 7 million yuan repayment, and demanded an IOU for the full amount. Zhang Yi offered his apartment, valued at over 5 million yuan, and a 300,000 yuan Mercedes as collateral. After a brief inspection, Chen Xiong feigned dissatisfaction, claiming the house was worth only 4 to 5 million, then lowered his demand to a 4 million yuan loan if the money could be transferred immediately. Hu Minghua exchanged a mocking glance with Chen, and the two haggled until a final agreement was reached. The contract was signed, the funds were transferred instantly, and Zhang Yi felt a quiet triumph as the 4 million yuan entered his account. Leaving the office, Zhang Yi heard the loan shark's hearty laughter echoing behind him. Chen Xiong boasted that the deal had been easy and that they would extract at least 2 to 3 million yuan from him, while Hu Minghua wondered if there was something wrong with the house. Their confidence only hardened Zhang Yi's resolve. He sneered at their greed, declared that they would likely perish in the coming cold wave, and resolved never to deal with them again. With the newly acquired 4 million yuan added to the cash he already possessed, his total liquid assets rose to roughly 9 million yuan, enough, in his mind, to fund any purchase and give him purchasing power equivalent to tens of millions. He considered tapping online lenders but felt no urgency, confident that his resources would sustain his plans. Driving his car, Zhang Yi arrived at the imposing headquarters of Zhanlong Security Company, a firm renowned for constructing ultra-secure shelters for the ultra-wealthy. After a brief greeting at the reception, he was ushered into a lounge where a female attendant served freshly ground coffee. A burly man in a black suit introduced himself as Wu Huairan, the business manager, and asked how Zhanlong could assist him. Zhang Yi stated plainly that he wanted the highest-level safe house, one capable of withstanding the imminent apocalypse, and asked whether the company could retrofit his 24th floor apartment on the central ring of Tianhai City. Wu Huairan's expression turned serious. He explained that most of their contracts involved detached villas or underground bunkers, but that Zhanlong would accommodate any request from a client with sufficient means. Wu Huairan produced a tablet displaying a catalog of customizable services, ranging from subterranean fortifications to underwater habitats, each with a clear price tag. Zhang Yi scanned the options, noting that while Zhanlong could build shelters 100 meters underground, his timeline was limited to 1 month before the supernova-triggered apocalypse. Satisfied that the company could meet his deadline, he resolved to have his own apartment transformed into a top-tier safe house, both to protect himself and to watch those who had wronged him fall. The meeting ended with a firm handshake, and Zhang Yi left the building with a clear plan and the confidence that his fortified refuge would soon be under construction.